Have you ever wondered how one single decision can completely destroy your perfect life? I'm about to tell you a true story about a man who risked everything he had built in just one moment for forbidden love, and what happened next might shock you. But first, if you enjoy emotional LGBTQ plus stories that hit deep, smash that like button, because today's episode is going to be intense. Meet Alex, a 28-year-old successful marketing executive living in Seattle. From the outside, his life looked perfect. Expensive apartment, stable career, and most importantly, a 4-year solid relationship with Emma. Emma was everything society expected him to want. A beautiful doctor, intelligent, family approved. Wedding talks were happening. Venues were being looked at. Everyone said they were the perfect couple. But here's what nobody knew. Alex had been hiding a part of himself his entire life. Late at night, Alex would lie awake thinking, something's missing. He'd been living the life everyone expected, but deep down, he knew he was living a lie. Then one day, Ryan joined his office as a graphic designer. He was 26, a creative soul who painted and wrote poetry. There was something magnetic about his energy that Alex couldn't ignore. The moment Alex saw Ryan in that first meeting, something clicked. Not just attraction, recognition. Like finally seeing himself reflected in someone else's eyes. But here's the twist. Alex was engaged to Emma. Everyone thought he was straight. Coming out would destroy everything he'd built, disappoint his family, and shatter the perfect life everyone admired. Ryan was openly gay, confident in his identity in ways Alex had never been. Through project collaborations, slowly, they started spending more time together. Coffee breaks, late-night work sessions, creative discussions. Emma had no idea that her fiancé was discovering who he really was through someone else. One Friday evening, Emma had emergency surgery. Only Alex and Ryan were left in the office, working late on a project. Ryan offered coffee. Sitting in the cafeteria, suddenly Ryan said, "Alex, can I ask you something personal?" "Sure. Are you happy? Truly happy with your life?" The simple question shocked Alex to his core, because honestly, he'd never allowed himself to ask that question. That night, Emma came home exhausted from surgery and collapsed straight into bed. Alex covered her with a blanket and sat on the couch. "Am I happy?" The question kept spinning in his mind. The truth was no. His relationship with Emma was comfortable, socially acceptable, but felt like playing a role in someone else's life. Monday at the office, Ryan seemed different, more cautious around Alex, maintaining professional distance. During lunch break, Alex went to his office. "Ryan, about Friday?" "Forget it, Alex. I shouldn't have asked personal questions. But I want to answer." Silence. Alex sat down, his heart racing. "You asked if I'm happy. Truth is, I don't think I've ever been truly happy. I've been living the life everyone expects, but it's not who I really am." Ryan's eyes softened with understanding. "Alex, I think I'm gay, and I think I'm falling for you." The words hung in the air, the first time Alex had ever said them out loud. Ryan looked shocked. "Alex, you're engaged to Emma." "I know, and I've been lying to her, to my family, to myself for years." "This is complicated. You can't just realize you're gay and expect." "I'm not expecting anything. I just needed to finally be honest about who I am." Ryan stood up, walked to the window. "What are you saying?" "I'm saying, I can't marry Emma knowing I'll never love her the way she deserves. I can't keep living this lie. And your family, your friends, everyone who thinks you're straight." Alex went silent. Coming out would change everything. His relationship with his conservative parents, his social circle, his entire identity as people knew it. "I don't know, but I can't keep pretending anymore." That evening, as Alex was driving home, his phone rang. "Emma, Alex, amazing news. The venue had a cancellation. We can have our dream wedding date in 6 months. I already called my mom." Alex's heart sank. After hanging up, he sat in the parking lot, realizing the weight of his truth. Suddenly, a knock on his car window. "Ryan, you okay? Saw you sitting here." Alex rolled down the window. Emma moved up the wedding. 6 months from now. Ryan's expression changed. Oh, congratulations. Ryan, I can't do it. I can't marry her. Alex, think carefully. Coming out will change everything. Your family might not accept you. You'll lose the life you built. But I'll finally be living a my life, not the life everyone expects. Ryan looked at him for a long moment. Are you sure this isn't just confusion? Maybe you're bi. Maybe you can make it work with Emma? No. I've known since I was 16, Ryan. I've just been too scared to admit it. Being with you made me realize I can't keep running from who I am. And us? What about us? I'm hoping, once I figure out my truth, maybe we can see where this goes. Let me know in the comments. Do you think Alex should come out and risk everything? And if you're finding this story compelling, hit that like button. The next few weeks were torture. Alex found himself analyzing every moment with Emma, feeling guilty for living a lie while she planned their future. Emma was more excited than ever, showing him wedding details, talking about honeymoon destinations, picking out china patterns. Look at this cake design. And I found the perfect tuxedos. You'll look so handsome. Alex nodded mechanically, but each detail felt like another chain binding him to a false life. Meanwhile, Ryan kept professional distance, though Alex caught him looking sometimes with an expression of understanding and sadness. One Saturday morning, Emma was at the kitchen table with wedding magazines spread everywhere. I can't decide between the beach ceremony or the garden venue. What do you think? Alex looked at the beautiful venues, the perfect wedding setups, and felt claustrophobic. Emma, we need to talk. She looked up from the magazines. Excited. About the wedding? I have so many ideas. About us? About me? Something in his tone made her put down the magazine. What do you mean? Alex took a deep breath. The hardest conversation of his life was about to begin. Emma, I can't marry you. Her smile faded instantly. What? Why? Because I'm gay. Silence. Complete, devastating silence. Emma stared at him like he'd spoken a foreign language. What did you just say? I'm gay, Emma. I've known for years, but I was too scared to admit it. Too scared to lose everything I'd built. Gay. Her voice was barely a whisper. But we've been together 4 years. We've been intimate. I know, and I hate that I put you through that when it wasn't authentic for me. Emma stood up abruptly, pacing to the window. Are you saying our entire relationship has been a lie? No, Emma. I do care about you, deeply, but I can't love you the way a husband should love a wife. Is there someone else? The question came out sharp, angry. Alex hesitated. There's someone who helped me realize my truth. But Emma, this isn't about him. This is about me finally being honest about who I am. Who is it? Ryan. From my office. Emma let out a sound that was half sob, half bitter laugh. A man. You're leaving me for a man. I'm not leaving you for him. I'm leaving because I can't keep living a lie that's unfair to both of us. The conversation continued for hours. Emma cried, screamed through the wedding magazines across the room. She called him selfish, cruel, a coward for waiting so long to tell her. For years, Alex, for years of my life, I could have been with someone who actually wanted me. You're right, and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry doesn't get me back for years. She packed bags and went to stay with her sister. The apartment felt empty, but for the first time in his adult life, Alex felt like he could breathe. The hardest part wasn't losing Emma. It was telling his family. His parents, traditional and conservative, took the news exactly as he'd expected. His mother cried. His father went silent, then angry. This is a phase, Alex. You're confused. Emma is perfect for you. It's not a phase, Dad. I've been hiding this my entire life. We raised you better than this. You raised me to be honest and authentic. That's what I'm trying to do. His brother was more supportive, but confused. Are you sure, man? You seemed happy with Emma. I seemed like I was playing a role I thought I was supposed to play. Friends were mixed in their reactions. Some were supportive, others distanced themselves. Alex realized that coming out wasn't just about romantic relationships. It was about finding out who truly accepted all of him. A week after his conversation with Emma, Alex went to Ryan's office. I told Emma. I told my family. I came out. Ryan looked up from his computer, surprised. How did it go? Terrible and liberating at the same time. I'm sorry it was hard. Ryan, I meant what I said. I have feelings for you. Real feelings. Ryan stood up, closing the office door for privacy. Alex, you just came out. You just ended a 4-year relationship. You need time to figure out who you are without jumping into something new. I know who I am now. I'm gay, I'm attracted to you, and for the first time in my life, I want to explore what that means. It's not that simple. Coming out is a process. Dating me right after leaving your fiancé, people will say you left her for me. People are going to talk anyway. At least this way, I'm living my truth. Ryan looked conflicted. Alex, I care about you, but I need you to be sure this isn't rebound confusion. How can I prove that to you? Time. Live as an openly gay man for a while. Figure out what that means for you. If you still feel the same way in 6 months. It wasn't what Alex wanted to hear, but he understood. Ryan was protecting both of them from making decisions based on the intensity of coming out rather than genuine compatibility. The next 6 months were the hardest and most liberating of Alex's life. He moved to a smaller apartment, started therapy to work through years of internalized homophobia, and slowly began building an authentic social life. He joined a gay men's support group, started going to pride events, made friends in the LGBTQ plus community. For the first time, he was surrounded by people who understood his experience. The relationship with his parents remained strained, though his mother slowly started asking questions about his life. His father still wouldn't discuss it. At work, HR was supportive. Some colleagues were awkward at first, but most were accepting. Alex realized that many of his fears about coming out professionally were worse in his imagination than in reality. For months after their breakup, Alex unexpectedly ran into Emma at a coffee shop. She looked different, stronger somehow, though still hurt. How are you? He asked carefully. Better. Hurt, angry, but better. She sat down across from him. I'm in therapy, trying to understand how I missed this for 4 years. Emma, you didn't miss anything. I was actively hiding it. I keep wondering if I should have known, if there were signs. The only sign was that I was living inauthentically. That's not your fault. They talked for an hour, painful but necessary conversation. Emma admitted that while she was devastated, she was also starting to understand that their relationship had lacked something indefinable. I deserve someone who chooses me completely, she said, and you deserve to be with someone you can love fully. I'm sorry I couldn't figure that out before I hurt you. I'm sorry too. But Alex, I'm glad you finally know who you are. As they parted ways, Emma hugged him. Be happy. Really happy this time. 6 months after coming out, Alex had built a life he was proud of. He was seeing a therapist, had a supportive friend group, and most importantly, felt comfortable in his own skin. He went to Ryan's office on a Friday evening. It's been 6 months, he said simply. Ryan looked up from his computer, a small smile playing on his lips. And I'm still gay. I'm still interested in you. But more importantly, I know who I am now. Tell me who that is. Someone who paints terrible watercolors on weekends. Someone who volunteers at the LGBTQ plus youth center. Someone who's learning to be proud of who he is instead of ashamed. Ryan leaned back in his chair. And what do you want from me? A chance. A real chance to see if what we felt was real or just the intensity of my coming out process. I've been waiting, Ryan admitted, but I needed you to be sure. I'm sure. That night, they went on their first official date, dinner at a small restaurant in Capitol Hill, Seattle's LGBTQ plus neighborhood. It felt different from their previous conversations, less charged with forbidden attraction, more grounded in genuine compatibility. How does it feel? Ryan asked. Being out, being yourself? Scary sometimes. Liberating mostly. Like I can finally breathe. Any regrets? Alex considered the question seriously. I regret hurting Emma. I regret waiting so long to be honest. But I don't regret finally living authentically. Dating Ryan was unlike anything Alex had experienced. There was no hiding, no performing, no pretending to be someone he wasn't. They could hold hands walking down the street, talk about their relationship openly, be affectionate without fear. It wasn't perfect. They had disagreements about career priorities, whose turn to do dishes, whether to adopt a dog. But they also had conversations about their hopes, dreams, the challenges of being gay in a still sometimes hostile world. Ryan introduced Alex to parts of gay culture he'd never experienced: drag shows, community activism, chosen family dynamics. Alex helped Ryan think more strategically about his art career, supporting his ambitions in ways no one had before. A year and a half after their breakup, Alex received a wedding invitation in the mail. Emma was marrying Dr. Michael Torres, a cardiologist she'd met during her residency. His first reaction was genuine happiness for her, mixed with strange nostalgia for the path not taken. "You okay?" Ryan asked, noticing his expression. "Emma's getting married." Ryan looked at the invitation. "How do you feel about that?" "Happy for her, and grateful that we both found our truth." "Are you going to the wedding?" "I don't think so. It would be awkward for everyone, but I'll send a gift." Alex sent a beautiful art book featuring LGBTQ plus artists throughout history. The note he included was simple: "Wishing you both every happiness. Thank you for 4 years that taught me about commitment, even if I couldn't give you the kind of love you deserved. Alex." Emma texted him a few days later. "Thank you for the book and the note. It means everything. I hope you're truly happy now, Alex. You deserve to love and be loved authentically." 2 years after they first got together, Alex and Ryan were hiking in Olympic National Park during Pride Month. They'd reached a viewpoint overlooking the Pacific Ocean, rainbow flags visible at a distance from a Pride celebration below. "Ryan, I have something to ask you." Ryan turned, probably expecting a question about their hiking route. Instead, Alex dropped to one knee and pulled out a ring, 2 simple matching bands he'd had custom made. "Ryan Mitchell, you helped me discover who I really am. You taught me that love isn't about hiding parts of yourself. It's about finding someone who celebrates all of you. Will you marry me?" Ryan stared at the rings, then at Alex, tears forming in his eyes. "Are you sure? Really, completely sure? Because marriage means everything. Coming out to extended family, dealing with legal issues, facing a world that still doesn't always accept us. I've never been more sure of anything. I'm not proposing because it's expected or because we've been together long enough. I'm proposing because I want to build a life with you, face challenges together, celebrate joy together." "Yes," Ryan whispered. Then louder, "Yes, absolutely yes." They got married 8 months later during Pride Month in Ryan's parents' backyard in Portland. It was small, maybe 60 people, close friends and chosen family. Many of Alex's relatives didn't attend, but the people who were there celebrated authentically. "I promise to love you not despite our challenges as a gay couple, but because of the strength we built facing them together," Alex said, looking directly into Ryan's eyes. "I promise to never again hide who I am or who we are together. I promise to see you completely, not just the parts that are easy to love, but especially the parts that are still healing from years of hiding," Ryan replied. "I promise to build a life with you that's authentic, proud, and full of love." Alex's parents attended, awkward but trying. His mother hugged Ryan after the ceremony and whispered, "Take care, my son." During the reception, as they danced to a song Ryan had chosen, Macklemore's Same Love, Alex felt a profound sense of rightness. This was what love was supposed to feel like: authentic, proud, unashamed. Alex closed his laptop and looked around their apartment in San Francisco. They'd moved there 3 years ago when Ryan got commissioned to work on a major public art installation celebrating LGBTQ plus history. Alex had started consulting business, helping LGBTQ plus entrepreneurs with marketing, work that felt meaningful and connected to his community. Their apartment was filled with art: Ryan's paintings, photographs from pride parades around the world, books about queer history and culture, plants that Ryan somehow kept alive despite their busy schedules. "How's the story coming?" Ryan asked, looking up from his easel where he was working on a piece for their upcoming anniversary. I think I'm finally ready to finish it. The one about the man who chose authenticity over security? Yeah, I think I know how it ends now. Ryan smiled, paint smudged on his cheek. Happy ending? Real ending, which is better than happy. Alex looked at his husband, paint-stained, messy-haired, challenging and beautiful and completely himself. They'd been married 5 years now, and it hadn't always been easy. There had been discrimination, family tensions, legal challenges that straight couples never faced. But there had never been a moment when Alex wondered if he'd made the right choice. Never a moment when he felt like he was living someone else's life. His phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number. "Hi, Alex. This is Michael, Emma's husband. We're in San Francisco for a conference, and Emma mentioned you live here now. Would you and Ryan like to meet for dinner? No pressure, that's weird, but Emma would love to see how you're doing." Alex showed Ryan the text. "What do you think?" "I think it could be nice. I've always been curious about Emma, and it sounds like she's in a good place." They met 2 nights later at a small restaurant in the Castro district. Emma looked healthy and happy, her hand intertwined with Michael's. Michael was warm and funny, clearly adoring of Emma in a way that made Alex genuinely happy for both of them. "So you're the famous Ryan," Emma said, shaking his hand. "I've seen your public art online. It's incredible. The Pride mural downtown is gorgeous." "Thank you. And congratulations on your residency completion. Alex told me you're doing pediatric cardiology now." "I am. It's challenging but so rewarding." The conversation flowed surprisingly easily. They talked about work, travel, their respective families. Emma and Michael were trying to have a baby. Alex and Ryan were planning to adopt in the next year. As the evening wound down, Emma excused herself to the restroom, leaving Alex, Ryan, and Michael at the table. "She seems really happy," Ryan observed. "She is," Michael confirmed. "And thank you, by the way." "For what?" "For being honest with her. She told me about your situation, about how you realized you were gay. A lot of people would have just gone through with the wedding and figured it out later, or cheated instead of being honest. Your courage gave her the chance to find something real." When Emma returned, she hugged both Alex and Ryan goodbye. "I'm glad you're happy," she told Alex. "Really, genuinely glad. And proud of you for living authentically. I'm glad you are too." Walking home through the Castro, past rainbow flags and couples holding hands without fear, Ryan took Alex's hand. "Any regrets?" he asked. "About tonight?" "Not at all. It was good to see her happy." "I meant about everything. Your choices, coming out, our life, all of it." Alex stopped walking and pulled Ryan into his arms, right there on the sidewalk under the warm California night sky. None. Not a single one. And he meant it. The path he'd chosen hadn't been the easy one, hadn't been the expected one, hadn't been the one that made his family immediately comfortable. But it had been authentic. It had been his. Sometimes the most important thing you can do is choose who you really are over who you're supposed to be. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is live your truth, even when it disappoints people who love the version of you that wasn't real. Alex had learned that love isn't about finding someone who completes you. It's about finding someone who inspires you to be completely yourself. It's about choosing authenticity over approval, real connection over safe hiding. As they walked home to the Castro, past late-night cafes and couples sharing their authentic selves with the world, Alex felt profoundly grateful for the choice he'd made 6 years ago. The choice to stop living someone else's version of his life and start writing his own story. A story that was finally, authentically, completely his. So there you have it, Alex's complete journey from hiding his truth to living authentically. What do you think? Was he brave for coming out despite the costs, or should he have stayed with Emma? Have you ever had to choose between what's expected and what's authentic? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if this story resonated with you, if it made you think about authenticity, coming out, or living your truth, please hit that like button and share it with someone who might need to hear this message. Sometimes we all need permission to choose ourselves over other people's expectations. Thanks for sticking with me through this entire 25-minute emotional journey about love, authenticity, and the courage to be yourself. Remember, your life is your story to write. Make it an authentic one. Until next time, take care and don't forget to choose yourself.